Hello everyone, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts. If you've been drawn to this video, this particular reading, hopefully there's something here about your situation that I'll be able to tap into when it comes to your connection. These are the 3 decks that I'll be using for this particular reading, my Valentine Connection Tarot, and also my HEARTSPACE Oracle created by myself, and then I'll go ahead and grab some messages from the Relationship Design cards by Sister Moon Tarot. All right, guys, general advice as always, so please keep that in mind throughout the reading and only take the parts of it that resonate for you and release the rest. All right, let's get into some messages. All right, Earth signs, what do you need to know when it comes to your connection here? All right, so we are starting off with stars. Shine, bright, anticipation. Maybe there is something that you're anticipating when it comes to this connection, especially if you haven't spoken to each other. Maybe it has been quite a few years or just a long time since you've even connected in the 3D. All right, the star card, of course, in tarot represents a very positive energy of wishes that can manifest. So we'll see if that's possible. This is the next card. We have past memories, nostalgia, connections. That reminds me very much of the 6 of Cups in tarot. And that card as well represents that past influence and perhaps a desire to reunite. We also have divine, of God, divinely orchestrated, divine counterpart. This is how they see you, and maybe that's how you see them as well. Let me grab one more here. One more card for Earth signs, Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. And we have this. All right, so take that obviously if it was a part of your situation, if your person betrayed you somehow, if they lied to you, if they did something dishonest, you caught them in a lie, disloyalty, trustworthiness perhaps was tested in the relationship. All right, so this could ultimately represent how they hurt you in this relationship, and no wonder, they're still feeling the memories, because some of those memories could be very hurtful. And of course, not all of the memories are pleasant. And I feel that's something that your person is tapped into for this particular message, because they know ultimately that they are responsible for why things unfolded the way that it did. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some tarot messages to go along with this. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. So they were dishonest, or they betrayed you somehow. All right, what do we need to know? All right, guys, so we've got the divine masculine showing up as the emperor here. Sorry for that glare. So it could be a masculine that was disloyal. Maybe there could have been infidelity in the relationship, and part of the reason why they're feeling nostalgic to begin with is obviously because you guys are not together, you're in separation. Let's see. What else? We've got the lovers. For some of you, your person could represent Gemini. And, this is a choice card when it comes to tarot. It's a love choice. It's got something to do with the relationship itself, tapped into your emotions, and perhaps they just weren't ready to either settle down or be exclusive. Sometimes the Lover's card can represent a third-party situation. Let's see what else. I am not surprised to see this. We've got a Tower moment here. So whatever that upheaval represents, it was very hurtful. It was painful, to be able to experience something like this could certainly bring that Tower moment in, and in this particular image, we've got a red flag there. So perhaps the red flags were ignored, or, maybe they were just so good at hiding particular things from you that you just didn't see it. Look at this, we've got the 2 of Cups, and that's followed by the 2 of Swords. So I'm getting here that we might have an issue as far as them still recognizing that they're the reason why things fell apart here, but the 2 of Cups represents the fact that they still feel very drawn to you in their heart space. They know ultimately that they are at fault for what might have happened between the two of you. They made wrong choices, and more than likely that's why there's not a whole lot going on here between the two of you. We do have the Five of Wands representing this competition right here. So part of that competition could have something to do with other people in the mix, love triangles, third-party situations. If it wasn't that, it could represent other people who were just putting in their 2 cents and getting in the way of the two of you just being together, you know. This is the next card here, guys. We've got the Magician. Magician represents Gemini and Virgo. And we already see with the Lovers card right here that Gemini is represented. Obviously, this is an Earth signs reading, so it could be significant for Virgos, but that doesn't mean it can't apply to Taurus and Capricorn as well. I feel part of the reason why we have a masculine showing up here is because they're really wanting to try again, to do something very different from how things unfolded in the past, you know? They don't want to repeat what happened before. Look at the next card, guys. We've got the Six of Cups coming through. So no doubt this person is very much in their thought processes, in their heart space when it comes to you. And that's basically what this card is focused on, the past influence of the Six of Cups. They're feeling nostalgic, as I've mentioned. It has something to do with the memories. Not all memories are good. And so I feel part of the reason why they might be traumatizing themselves might have something to do with the fact that there was a tower moment here between the two of you. All right, so let me grab some verbiage here as to what it is that they would like to say to you from their higher self. All right, angels and spirit guides, please, for Earth signs, Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. What do they want to say to you from their higher self, if they could? What is it? Okay, what do we have? I'm 24, oops, I can't read here. I'm 24 carats. You went after fool's gold, you fool. That could be something that, you know, you might actually want to tell this person that you were the real deal, that they might have fooled themselves by thinking that they could find a better connection out there. You know, the whole grass is greener situation. And now they realize that you're the real deal, that you are the person that they ultimately want in their life. But can they actually have that? And at the end of the day, it falls on you, you know? My heart will forever be where you are, no matter where you go, no matter how far. Because at the end of the day, there's no guarantee that you guys are going to get back together. And you, of course, have a lot to do with the direction that it goes, should it present itself in your life. But they're basically telling you here that if it just doesn't work out, you know, a part of them will always be where you're at. So their energy will always find its way to you somehow. And maybe you might even be feeling that. Let me grab one more here. Give me one more card here for Earth signs. One more card for Earth signs. Okay, what does this say? In the end, all that matters. Wait, if I can read here. In the end, all that matters is that for one moment in time, all was right with the world because I had you in my life. Exactly. And they unfortunately contributed to why you're not in their life at this point in time, you know? They contributed to the distance and the separation and why we're dealing with a tower moment here to begin with. So I'm kind of feeling here, if this is your situation, that you have a person here, they recognize their mistakes, and they're also not sure whether or not they could ever get you back. But in an ideal world, if they could, they certainly would. They would want to try again. They would want that reconciliation. But you know, at the end of the day, it comes down to two people wanting the same things. So if it should present itself in your life, Earth signs, then of course, I'm kind of feeling that the ball is in your court here. You get to decide whether or not they have the opportunity to return. You know, it's your choice whether or not you keep that door closed or whether or not you'll give them a second chance and open up that door into your life. and allow them to be a part of it once again. All right, guys, so that's what I have for you. If you're interested in your own reading, that info is down below in the description box, and I'll link all the decks you see here as well. Thank you so much, guys. I'll catch you next time.